Hello, my name is Ethan Bonapani. This is my reflection project for Christology, period 9. The theme of my presentation is the goodness of creation and the fall of mankind. One New Testament figure I see as a great creator is Paul, who was once known as Saul. Paul created Christian communities across the Roman world, bringing people together in faith. Through his letters or epistles, he helped shape our Christian teaching and gave structure to the early church. What makes Paul's creation so powerful is that he began as a persecutor of Christians. Yet, through God's grace, he transformed into one of the greatest builders of the church. That transformation shows us that God can take even our worst mistakes and use them for something greater. Paul created not only words on a page, but also living communities of believers. Paul inspires me because he shows that creation isn't only about physical things. It's about building up others and leaving a spiritual foundation for future generations. Okay. After reading Creativity as a Wellness Practice, I took a few key points. The author argues that creativity is not just fun, but essential for our overall wellness. It helps build our resilience for our overall wellness. It helps build our strength for our minds. This stood out to me because sometimes we treat creativity like an extra, but really it's something that helps us live healthier lives. Creativity also brings both emotional and physical benefits. Physical benefits include it boosts the immune system, slows cognitive decline, and helps with recovery from illness. And emotionally, it lowers stress, improves mood, and reduces depression. This shows that creativity touches the whole person, mind, body, and soul. Personally, I express creativity by listening to music and making different playlists to show what I enjoy. But other ways include writing short stories, journaling, doodling, and sketching. My greatest creation so far has been my record player. I've decorated it with stickers and vinyl sleeves that have a special meaning to me. I've arranged my records in a way that feels natural and organized. And the collection itself reflects all the music that has shaped me. This creation is more than just an object, it is a space of comfort and creativity. When I sit with my record player, I feel calm and inspired by the music around me. It reminds me that creation doesn't always have to be large. It can be something deeply personal and reflects individuality and brings joy to yourself. In the Bible, we see examples of characters who contributed to the fall of mankind. These 3 examples stood out to me the most. The first is Adam and Eve. They disobeyed God by eating the forbidden fruit, bringing sin and death into the world. As Genesis 3:6 says, "She took of its fruit and ate, and he ate." Their choice set humanity on a path of separation from God. This shows how even one act of disobedience can ripple out into history. The second I picked is Cain and Abel. Out of jealousy, Cain killed his brother Abel. Genesis 4:8 tells us, Cain rose up against his brother Abel and killed him. This was his first murder, a deepening of human sin and brokenness. Cain reminds us how envy and anger is not controlled and can destroy relationships and lives. The third epic is Judas. Judas betrayed Jesus for 30 pieces of silver. Matthew 26:15 records him asking, "What will you give me if I betray him to you?" His betrayal led to Jesus' arrest and crucifixion, showing how greed and weakness can cause devastating consequences. Each of these 3 different stories show how turning away from God leads to brokenness and the ongoing fall of mankind. But they all also remind us our need of grace, because without God's forgiveness, all of us are capable of the same kind of faults. Okay. My greatest fall came when I stole something from my parents and lied to cover it up. At the time, I just wanted to avoid getting in trouble, but instead of helping me, I made things worse. When I was caught, I felt a heavy guilt and realized how dishonesty damages trust in relationships. I can still remember how disappointed my parents looked. It hurt more than the punishment itself. That experience taught me that failing can also be a way of growing, because it pushed me to see the value of honesty. Since then, I've tried to be truthful even when it's hard. My greatest fall showed me while failure hurts, it can also create the foundation for becoming better. Sometimes our lowest points end up being the lessons that guide us the most.